Good day everyone, and on today's video we're going to take a look at Bitcoin's recent price action with targets to the up and the downside, a brief look at EOS, and when to expect its 1.8 upgrade. Stay with us. We're on the Bitcoin daily chart now, and we're going to take a look at that recent price action, which we were very fortunate to get into the position that we did. Again, the entry was around 9480, which we did share in one of the last videos. So again, I was confident that this bottom of this triangle around 9480 again was the position, would hold due to it's been shown and proven in the past to be a very strong support. So again, I didn't hesitate at the time, and very happy to take the next run that we had up around $1,000 or so. But currently we have Bitcoin just resting on the 50 MA. We're doing some consolidating, and we have some doji candles here. So again, I'm under the impression right now that we're going to have some sideways consolidation action after this run. We do have the moving averages flattening out and going to a sideways action, so I believe that will carry the price action over the same way for a little while, and we'll see how price develops from there. So again, we had the position, but we jumped out around 10,600. Price started leveling off. Things were looking a little weak. I don't like to stay in positions. Typically, once they do level off after some time, I'd rather take out of that position, reevaluate, and could always take another position at that point. But would I be upset, worried if I was still along right now? No, not necessarily. I do have, some other positions, maybe on some exchanges, which I'm fine with. So as of now, I'm just going to continue to see where price action goes from here. But again, I'm just under that impression that we will consolidate and have some sideways action for a little bit due to how moving averages are looking on this daily. We do have a fairly good liquidity pool here around 10,200 to 10,100. And I believe at some point we will visit that. And at that point, I will again consider taking another position at that point, or even maybe take a position from here to see how price action develops. But from now, just with these doji candles, I'm going to wait to see a little more information before the next position. So let's take a look at the 4-hour. Zoom in to get a little more price action, more recent price action, that is. And again, last time we were speaking in the video, we had this channel, and I said I wasn't too concerned. They do tend to break down, which they did break down, and I said maybe we will test this triangle one more time, the bottom of it, which is exactly what happened. And after that, we did have our nice run. So again, right now we have price action. It was settling on the 9 exponential here. We have a lot of high wicks, which are concerning, and price does look like it wants to pull down. So I'm going to be looking around this 10,400 area. Again, just first to see how price action will handle that area. But I believe at some point we will come down and visit this liquidity pool here around 10.2 to 10.1, I said. But again, it's very possible that Bitcoin can consolidate, jump down to this 10.4 area, get some good footing again, some strong consolidation, and begin to take off. But as from now, I'm comfortable jumping out of the position that I did, taking the profit that I was able to get, and I will just continue to monitor now. But again, with these wicks and just how these candles look, and price action does look like it wants to come down. But let's just take a look at the hour. Okay, yes, and we do have price action under all these moving averages, the 9 exponential, the 20 simple, and the 50 simple. Okay, we do have, again, around here, 10,400. We have this 100 moving average coming up, so maybe it'll meet it there for some more consolidation. We'll continue to monitor price action at that point to see how Bitcoin wants to go from there. Okay, and we're on our modified shift pitchfork chart now, and this is the 3-day. And just want to start with this to show our 3 pivot points. We have 1, 2, and our third. Okay, and then you just check for confluence. But I did want to check this chart specifically due to it showed how we came across our resistance and came up to our resistance very well. Okay, so let's go ahead and zoom into the day, to the daily. And I believe in our last video when we were on this chart, we were consolidating on the 100 moving average here. And I believe I said I thought it was going to be a good percentage. We were going to drop down to 9,500 or so, and confluence with my other chart, and that happening helped me take that long position. Okay, and then we had price action proceed to consolidate, and we had some good consolidation on the upper end of this trend line, which of course is bullish, shows that the buyers wanted to take price action to the upside, which they did quite impulsively. Came against a little resistance here on the 50 MA, but ultimately came up to this 0.75 on the shift and came up to this strong resistance, which is keeping us back down in this area. So as you can see back here, always a strong line of support and resistance. So right now we have price action that did get rejected, and we're going to continue to see how it goes. But again, on this 50 moving average, I believe we're going to see consolidation, and ultimately we're going to have to test some liquidity to see where price action wants to go from there. Okay, so that was just a quick look on our shift pitchfork, and let's go ahead and look at EOS. Okay, but with the EOS, I would like to start on the weekly. Okay, due to it shows that target of 29175. Very well. You can see how far back it went to, I believe, July of 17, and you can see it's been very strong support and resistance the whole way through. And of course, you have a volume profile running in that area too to give it some good support. Okay, so let's zoom into the 4 hour, get a better look at some recent price action. Okay, so again, we have this sideways channel. We had the breakdown. The measured move was pretty much to a T. Then after that, we had this channel form, this ascending channel, which again, percentages are going to break down, which it did. And now we just had a little bounce here with a retest, which is always normal. But now that we did have this breakdown, I'll be looking around this $3 area or so. It might be a little front running for this 29175. So I'm going to definitely see how price action handles this area around $3, and make a decision at that point if I want to take a position, whether it be long or short. But I'm more at this point concerned with taking some accumulation for some long-term positions, because I have been with EOS for quite a while. So again, just looking at this $3 mark, because it's fairly close to this measured move of this breakdown of this ascending channel. But again, not much has changed, just price action doing what it does, and ultimately looking for some more information to take some positions or start accumulating. Okay, so that was just a quick look at EOS. Okay, and some EOS news. This was just when to expect their upcoming 1.8 hard fork upgrade, and it looks like it's scheduled for September 23rd, roughly 12 days away. And I believe this has to do with their forthcoming voice platform, and it needs some collaboration with their node operators as well as D-app developers. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the link to this article in the description. You could go ahead and read it over. I'm going to check price action as we get closer towards this happening, but the way alts are looking and the market in general, I don't think there's going to be much of a pump from it. But of course, it's something to keep in mind, and I'll continue to monitor and see how price action develops as we get closer to that happening. Okay, but with that said, I'm going to leave the video there for today. I do wish everyone well, good luck in your trading, and thanks for tuning into the tavern.